as I leave you. Life After Elvis. Please welcome back Priscilla Presley.
Priscilla, good to see you.
So far, so good.
Well, you just walked out here to Burn in Love, Elvis's hit song from 1972. You and Elvis met in 1959. What's the one thing that everybody gets wrong about him?
About him?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's a good question. He was taller than people think.
Oh.
That's for sure.
How tall was he?
He was 6 foot. 6 foot.
Really?
A little bit more than 6
Yeah.
foot. Yes.
Wow.
And people are always surprised that he was so tall.
Yeah. Look at him. Yeah, beautiful.
Well, he came across, as you know, like very sexy and hot.
Did he
Was he
ever?
like that around
Really?
the house?
Did he really?
Yeah, well, not everybody is as old as we are, Priscilla.
Well,
No.
But you were around.
I was around. And I was around. I mean, but he always came across very sexy and
Yes,
hot.
yes.
Maybe people. Was he like that at home when he was doing the dishes? That's my point.
Doing dishes.
Yeah.
I don't think he did the dishes.
Yeah.
He was not. He was not whatever. Never do dishes.
No.
Never clean. Never make the bed.
Never.
We had people who did that.
Yeah. But in your new book, which is called Softly As I Leave You, Life After Elvis, you take us through your journey, your family, your acting, and your business careers, and your great love for Elvis, whom you married in 1967. So you write about how you kept up your home and yourself. So besides housekeepers, you were doing a lot of the work. And you say it's in ways that might send young women today into shock. So you were what they call a trad wife.
The definition of it shocked me a
Yeah.
little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved taking care of. I mean, we had help, but I also wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to not just have servants, do everything. Sometimes I'd even make the bed. Sometimes I made sure the bedroom was cleared up and tidied and that, I mean, I came from a family who I had to do all that at home.
Right.
So
Yeah.
That
it
was
wasn't
the
like a big
times. Those
thing.
were the
That's right.
times.
That's right. Thank you.
Well, you say in the book that when you left Elvis in 1972, it was in order to go live life on your own terms and really find yourself. But it's clear throughout reading the book that you still remain deeply close and connected. What do you attribute that to, even after your separation?
Because we still cared for each other. We liked each other. So it made it very easy. I mean, and he'd call. I mean, he'd call at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I had a boyfriend. I would quickly get the phone, and before he woke up. But he had a girlfriend too, so it wasn't like I was cheating.
Of course he did.
I mean, do you ever imagine that if he were still with us today, you guys would have ever rekindled your relationship?
Oh, that's a good question. I've been asked that before. And I don't think so. I think we had a better relationship not being married. The pressure wasn't on. And we were able to, when he'd come over, all hours of the night, and we would just sit and talk, and he would tell things about, what he was concerned about and his career, and just, someone who, I was with him all that time, so I was kind of the receiver of his, concerns.
Well, and you also write beautifully and candidly about your relationship with your daughter, Lisa Marie, and what it was like to lose her when she sadly passed away suddenly in 2023. What do you want people to know about who she really was?
My daughter was a toughie. I mean, she wasn't afraid of anything, really. I miss her so much. I mean, it was a shock to me as well as everyone else, when I lost her. But she was her own person, I have to say. And she kind of ruled the house, not kind of, she did.
It sounded like she did.
She did it when she was really little.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was very unique in many ways. Yeah.
Well, if anyone is wondering if you hold back in this book, you don't. You don't. And at one point, Lisa Marie dated and then married Michael Jackson. You were not a big fan of that arrangement, you write. What was it about that just didn't sit right with you?
Gosh. Michael loved being around entertainers. He was an entertainer. He loved being around entertainers. And he never really went with anybody before. I mean, he had friends, close friends, girlfriends, meaning, but not in a marriage in any way. And Michael loved to be out in public. And I recognized that. And I thought and felt that Lisa, you know, was just coming out in the public eye. And I felt that he, in a way, was using her.
Using her in what way?
Publicity-wise.
Oh, to get more publicity?
He's always been a big fan of Elvis's. Always.
Well, who wasn't?
Yes, but Michael really was. And so I had a lot of doubts because of how much, you know, he even told her, oh my gosh, your dad, I mean, he was great, he's my idol, and blah, blah, blah. And I just felt like, wow, you know,
His
marrying
intentions being
Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley's daughter.
Yeah.
So I didn't really like the idea.
Do you think that you viewed it through the lens of your relationship with Elvis in terms of being with this larger-than-life superstar and what that would do to your daughter?
No, because she was used to her father being very, very famous and been around him. I brought her to all his shows in Las Vegas and a couple of other places that he appeared. So no, I think she was adapted to fame.
There's a great part of the book where you talk about the fact that you are sitting, for the most part, for most of your marriage, with 10 guys and
Yes.
you,
All
because
men in your
Elvis always was
guys.
surrounded by the guys. When you look back, what do you, what do you think?
Like it?
I was one of the guys.
That's a lot of presence in the marriage.
There's a lot of people in that marriage for the longest. I'm sorry, Alyssa, I cut you off.
That was a good question.
You're very open in the book. You talk about the highs and lows of your life, and one thing you hit on is addiction, which touched your family in many ways. Obviously, Elvis's, your daughter Lisa Marie struggled with it, and your son Navro, and you helped him get the help that he needed. What did you learn in dealing with addiction in the family about how to confront it when a loved one's dealing with it?
Oh my gosh. I mean, that was the most difficult time, I have to say, with my son when I found out, you know, that he was using. And he came in, I had him stay with me because I didn't want him being alone. And I said, you need to come stay at the house because he was so depressed in so many ways. And so I have an upstairs bedroom and he stayed there and he was going through withdrawals. He wanted to get off the drugs, he wanted to, but he didn't have anybody else with him to help him out. So I stayed with him for 4 days, laying in bed with him as he's going through this process of, you know, trying to heal. And I don't wish this on anybody because it's heartbreaking for a parent. I'm sure some of you have had the same experience with someone or a family member or anything, but it was, I thought I was going to lose him. It was so bad. It was really bad.
And how is he now?
He's great. He's totally clean.
Good, so great. But before we go, we have to take a moment to talk about your acting career. So you starred on the hit drama Dallas for 5 years,
That was
as
good.
well as in the classic slapstick
best.
movie franchise,
best.
The Naked Gun. Take a look.
Gregor wants to be friends.
Sure, friends. But if I dusted you for Prince right now, there'd be a lover boy Quentin Habsburg's.
Oh, you.
Well, I see a certain kitten still knows how to scratch.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
Leslie Nielsen.
Oh my God.
The great Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, what do you remember about those times and
was-
Leslie Nielsen?
Yeah, it was so much fun. That was not even work. It was so much fun. We had to, the director, when we would have a scene and it'd be, you know, it would be funny, the director would say, okay, that's enough. We've had enough. We got to get this movie done. And then we'd start laughing again when he said it. It was just, it seemed impossible.
Yeah.
Did you like doing comedy?
I did.
Right, yeah.
I did. No, in fact, when the director had given my agency a call and said they would like to have me, you know, playing in a movie, And they called me up, and I said, I can't do that. I'm not a comedian. I'm not a comedian at all. It says, well, they don't want a comedian. I said, okay, I'll give it a try. And it was the best time I've ever
Those are some of the best comedies ever. Really, really well done. Thank you for coming back to our table.
Thank you. Well,
Welcome
thank you for
here
asking me.
anytime.
I hate that it's ending. I like talking to you.
We love having you.
Our thanks
Thank
to
you.
Priscilla
Thank
Presley.
you.
Her book, Softly as I Leave You, Life After Elvis, is available now. Scan the QR code on your screen to buy it. But members of our studio audience, you are going home with a copy of